All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Pokemon. So I just got back a 20 card PSA submission here, and this is a pretty unique one. We've got some Digimon, some vintage Pokemon in here, and I believe some Metazoo as well. So I've got a lot of PSA returns coming back. I did a lot of the $15 bulk special, but these I did economy. I've got some economy, I've got some standard. I think I even have a couple express coming back, and I've got like a few hundred card bulk submissions coming back, and I'm still working on another submission. So this is a pretty decent one. 20 cards. Like I said, I think it was economy. And some of the duplicates in here will definitely be listed on my eBay. My eBay link will be posted in the description box below if you guys are interested in any of these cards that you see in today's video. But we do have some nice vintage Digimon here, which I think you guys will enjoy if you're into Digimon. So the first card, a very nice, and Digimon is really hard to grade because there's so few in good condition. We got a PSA 5 2002 Digibattle Black War Greymon. Now this was not the gold text and it was not a holographic, but these are still very hard to come by. I think I paid maybe $50 or $60 just for this raw card. Anything War Greymon is really really pretty gradable and really pretty desirable, so I try to grade anything that I get. Black War Greymon especially. So I've got a few more of those actually at PSA right now. Not this exact card, but I've got some of the like the promos that came with the like the action figures, those sparkly, like just all hollow cards. So we'll see those come back soon. And then the first Metazoo card, we've got a Hero Quest Wendigo, PSA 10. What? I'm not live. I said I'm just recording this. Are you eating now?
Not anymore. I'm gonna go out here and do it.
Huh?
I'm gonna go out here and do it.
Out where?
Out here.
Oh. Okay. All right, so we've got a PSA 10 Wendigo from Hero Quest. There's a couple more Hero Quest cards in here. This one, really solid 10. I think the centering looks really good on this one. The hollow looks really cool. This is definitely one that I'm keeping for my personal collection. The Black War Greymon, by the way, is probably going to be on eBay, but the Wendigo will not be. Another Hero Quest card, Dragon of Okanto Falls, PSA 10. Really nice card. Again, this one will probably be on eBay, not my personal collection. So we'll put that over with the Black War Greymon. Another Metazoo card here. Grim Reaper from Hero Quest, a PSA 10. This was one of the more expensive cards. Some people say this is like the #2 hit from Hero Quest behind the Mothman. I think this goes for like $150 raw. We're going to find out what this goes for in a PSA 10 because I believe I have 2 of these in here. And I believe they both graded a 10. I think that should be the next card up. Oh, it's actually not. We had a Babe the Blue Ox, which somehow got a PSA 8. That's an interesting... Well, let's see what's wrong with this card. I don't see any print lines on it. I'm trying to see if there's any surface damage. You guys will have to let me know in the comments if you guys see a print line. The centering doesn't look bad. I don't even see anything on the back, really. Seems like an odd PSA 8. I don't really see anything wrong with this card, to be honest. There's no print line that I think I'm missing. I don't know, that's weird. That's a weird 8. Okay, so here's our other Grim. So I'm going to keep this one. Oh, was the other one 69 then? That'd be pretty cool. So I was 71. So I don't know why this graded a 10, but the Babe graded an 8. I don't see any difference in these cards at all. Seems weird. So I'm keeping that one with the Wendigo. All right, vintage Pokemon. So there should be some cool stuff in here, if I remember correctly. Birthday Pikachu, PSA 8. This will be going in my personal collection. I love this card. I actually bought this raw back when Pokemon first started popping off again in like 2020 when Logan Paul did that first stream. This was one of the first vintage Wizards of the Coast cards, Black Star promos that I bought. That's one of my favorite things really to collect right now is some of the early Black Star promos, and that's what I got into when I first started collecting Pokemon again, was like all the movie promos from the movie 2000 and the movie in 99. I've got all those in a PSA 10, but this will be going to my Black Star collection. So we got some more Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not entirely sure what's in here. Okay, we got an Insect Queen from the Mega 10s in 2004. These are all packed fresh. I got back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Way before I got back into Pokemon, so probably 2015. I started collecting Yu-Gi-Oh! Again, and at that time, I didn't really have a whole lot of money, especially not compared to what I have now. And you could go and buy these old 2004 tins back then for like less than $100 a piece. So I was buying a lot of these tins, and I was going through my binders, and I realized how many of these promo cards I had. I was like, I better go ahead and grade some of these because they're going for a decent amount of money in like 9s. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Has proven to be like the hardest card for me to grade in terms of getting a 10. I get very few 10s with Yu-Gi-Oh! So we got a Blackluster Soldier Envoy of the Beginning, and this gets an 8. This was from Invasion of Chaos, one of the reprint sets between 2010 and 2017. So this could have been in something like Legendary Collection or something like that where they reprinted those packs. You could get those in like Walmart or Target during that era, and that was another pack fresh one. Okay, so we've got Relinquish from Master Collection. I've actually got one of these in a PSA 10, but this one for some reason got a PSA 7. But I do have this in a 10 already in my personal collection, so that one will probably go up for auction on eBay. Another Yu-Gi-Oh! Nice, we got an Injection Fairy Lily from Legacy of Darkness, a PSA 8. That one is probably still worth a decent amount in an 8. This is a very fan favorite card. I would have liked to see a 9 on that, but with Yu-Gi-Oh! It's typically the corners. I can see a little bit of maybe corner wear there. But overall, that's a really nice card. Some more vintage Pokemon here. This one, oh, this is not vintage, but this is another personal collection one. This is the Charizard from Lost Origin, the Trainer Gallery card. This is the only one that I submitted with this submission, and this one comes back at 10. I really am a huge fan of this artwork for this card. Very, centering is really perfect on this, on the back of this. I'm actually really happy that the one that I sent in via the economy tier came back at 10. I sent in a bunch of these in the bulk tier because I'm not really sure what they're going to go for in a 10. So maybe we'll get some more 10s out of those, but I'm glad. I sent just one that I thought looked really, really perfect. I thought the centering looked really good, so I thought we should just send this one economy and see what happens, and that'll be a good personal collection 10. So here we go. Here's some actual vintage. Some 2002 Neo Destiny Unlimited Dark Tyranitar Hollow. This one is another one. I actually bought this one. I didn't buy this loose. I bought this from a collection. I bought some kid's collection a couple of years ago, and this was in it. And this came back as 7. Dark Tyranitar Hollow. I might put this up on eBay. I really like Tyranitar, though. We got some more Metazoo here. Oh, wow. So we got the Hero Quest Loveland Frogman. For some reason, this one came back a 6. I'm trying to see. I don't see anything on the corners. The centering doesn't look bad. I'm trying to see a print line, but I don't see one. There's some kind of surface damage on this. Oh, I see. There is. There's some, I don't know if that's not going to come across on the camera. There's some surface damage on the back, I think. Looks like 2 little, like, pin marks or something. But for some reason, that came back a 6. And that's kind of the issue. I wanted to show you guys this as well. I finally got my Kickstarter. My 2nd edition Kickstarter, or my second wave of Kickstarter, whatever you want to call it. And I got the Mothman Hollow out of the playing card decks. I don't know if you can see it. There's a tiny, tiny bit of surface damage on the back. And I really wanted this card to grade for my personal collection, but I think that surface damage might be enough to hold it back from getting like a 9 or a 10. I don't even know if you can see it on the camera here now. It's like a little white speck on the back that looks like some kind of chipping. And I don't even know if it's worth grading or if I should just sell it raw at this point, because I don't think it's going to get a high enough grade to really look good in my personal collection. I try to keep everything in my display cases to be a 9 or better, mostly 10s. But I just don't think this is going to get that. But this is a very hard card to pull. I was very happy I got it. I got it on my last pack of Krypton Nation, my last deck. But for some reason, that one was the most damaged back out of all of them. So another Digimon card. This is this is one of my favorites because this is one of the only Digimon action figures I had growing up. Beelzemon. And somehow, some way, I think it's kind of hard to get a 1, but this graded a 1, which I thought was pretty cool. and that's going to go in my personal collection. I don't have any PSA 1s besides this card. All right, so I got another Digimon card up. And we got Azul Longmon. I think this is the highest grade we got for a Digimon card. This one got a 6. This is the gold foil. I had one of the little mini figures of this when I was a kid. This will probably stay in my personal collection. A lot of edge wear on there. Probably not even worth trying to sell that. And the final card. I believe this is also vintage Wizards of the Coast Pokemon. And this is a Neo Revelation, first edition, German Entei, receiving a PSA 7. So you can see that all the text there is in German. But I just thought this card, I don't remember where I got it, but I just thought, looking at it in my binder, it looked really minty. And I know that first edition Enteis are really sought after, but I guess the German cards, one thing I was confused about is I don't see a first edition marking on here. So I don't know if there's any Pokemon experts in the comments, but I didn't see a first edition stamp, and I don't know if German cards just don't have that. But they did designate this as a first edition German holo, so I'm going to have to do some research on that before I list it. But that is the whole submission, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And again, if you want to check out my eBay, it'll be linked in the description box below, so there's that. Please leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. And as always, I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Nick Strength and Pokemon signing out.